Welcome to my channel, Military Comebacks. Today's story pulls you into the heart of courage, transformation, and the quiet strength that rises when no one expects it. Settle in, because this isn't just a mission, it's a revelation. Morning fog hung low over the training compound, a soft gray veil that blurred the hard lines of the base and dulled the sound of boots striking concrete. The unit gathered in the drill yard, restless energy buzzing through the air. A new cycle was beginning. New faces. New recruits. And, as always, fresh targets for veteran teasing. At the far end of the field, a young woman stepped down from the transport truck. Her uniform was crisp, boots polished, posture steady. Still, something about her made a few soldiers exchange smirks. She was small, carrying a backpack nearly the size of her torso. Her braided hair was tucked neatly under her cap. Her eyes, focused and unreadable, scanned the compound like it was already familiar. "Look at the new cadet." "Lost already," someone muttered. "She won't last a week," another said. The comments rolled through the group in quiet waves that grew louder with confidence. Veterans nudged each other, laughing. They'd seen plenty of fresh recruits come through, wide-eyed, nervous, trying too hard. To them, she looked like just another name on the list. They had no idea this would be the last time they ever underestimated her. She walked to the check-in station without acknowledging the murmurs. The sergeant in charge barely glanced up as she handed over her papers. But when his eyes reached the signature line, his posture shifted. His expression sharpened. He looked at her again, really looked, and something flickered in his eyes. Recognition. Respect. He said nothing, just stamped the documents and directed her to the barracks. The day continued, and so did the ridicule. On the first training run, they mocked her pace, even though she wasn't slow. On the obstacle course, they smirked when she paused at the rope wall, even though she climbed it with flawless form. At the firing range, someone joked she wouldn't handle the recoil, even though her shot grouping was tighter than most of theirs. She ignored every comment, every sideways glance. But at lunch, the tension shifted. A group of soldiers blocked her path, trays in hand, voices loud. "Lost again, cadet," one said, spreading his arms dramatically. "Need help finding the kiddie table?" Laughter bounced off the walls. She simply stepped aside, calm and controlled. "Why so quiet?" another pressed. "Cat got your tongue? Or just shy?" Still nothing. Her silence bothered them more than any comeback could have. "You think you're better than us," someone called from behind. Her eyes lifted just long enough to meet his. Not angry. Not afraid. Just certain. Then she walked away. The laughter faded. An uneasy mood lingered. Something about her didn't fit. She wasn't flustered or intimidated. She carried herself like someone with nothing to prove. But the veterans shrugged it off. They didn't know who she really was. No one did, not until the next morning. Before sunrise, the entire unit was ordered into the command hall. No explanation. No warning. That alone was strange. Soldiers whispered as they filled the room. New mission. Discipline issue. Then the doors opened. Senior officers entered, and at the center of them walked the same woman they had mocked the day before. Only now, she wore a different uniform. Not a cadet's. A commanding officer's. Her posture was firm, her step steady, her presence undeniable. She stepped to the podium. The sergeant who had stamped her papers stood behind her at attention. "Unit," she said, her voice calm but carrying through the hall like steel. "Good morning." Eyes widened. Mouths parted. "That's the new cadet." "No way." "As of today," she continued, "I have been assigned command of this unit." Shock rippled through the room. "I arrived yesterday undercover," she said. "Not to test your skills. Your records speak for themselves. I came to understand your character." The veteran stiffened. "Strength isn't measured by muscle," she said slowly. "It's measured by discipline, integrity, and how we treat those we believe are weaker. In the field, the person you underestimate may be the one who saves your life." Silence fell heavy and deep. She wasn't there to humiliate them. She was there to lead. "Training starts in 30 minutes. We move as a unit. We grow as a unit. And we do not underestimate anyone here again." She stepped away. The room was never the same. In the field exercises that followed, her leadership spoke for itself. Her strategy was precise. Her awareness sharp. She anticipated problems before they formed. She noticed details others missed. She led from the front. Slowly, respect replaced mockery. Days turned into weeks. The unit changed. Competition became support. Discipline sharpened. The veterans apologized without words, through effort, focus, and dedication. She accepted it quietly. One afternoon after an exhausting drill, a young recruit approached her. "Ma'am, why didn't you react that first day?" She looked over the muddy field. "Because I wasn't there to defend my pride," she said. "I was there to understand theirs." He nodded. "You never know the story behind a uniform," she added. Some wear confidence. Others hide fear behind laughter. Everyone has something waiting to be seen. Months passed. Under her leadership, the unit became one of the strongest in the division, precise, unified, resilient. They grew not just as soldiers, but as people. Because once, they mocked a new cadet. And she returned as the leader who redefined everything they believed about strength, humility, and command. So remember this: respect everyone. Underestimate no one. Sometimes the quietest person in the room carries the most powerful story. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this cinematic and emotional story, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Military Comebacks for more powerful stories like this.